Canada Bay Council approached us to be a part of their bin trim process. One of their representatives basically worked with us on all the retailers and looked at all their waste that was coming through with us and looked for opportunities where that could be reduced and then put in the appropriate recycling where possible.
The bin trim assessment was very successful and it was really important here at Rhodes. It was quite surprising to see what waste the tenants were generating and what they were doing with it. So it gave us a lot of insight into the opportunities and challenges that we would have in trying to understand what was still going into general waste and what we needed to do to get it out of general waste and be recycled where possible.
I think there's been some very generous funding through the EPA and a number of programs, and one of those actually funding the bin trim program. And it's really important to us because it gives us the ability to actually engage with stakeholders. You can have all the great systems down the track that will, balers, compactors, all these kinds of things in the loading dock to improve performance. But if you're not getting source segregation in the retailer or in the tenancy, that all goes to waste, pardon the pun. So it's really important that we engage with the retailers, the stakeholders up front and show them what we're doing down the track and also what they can do to help us and to achieve high recycling rates.
Before we didn't know how much we were actually throwing out with the wastages, but now we can see what we're doing, like how much plastic we're throwing out and how much food scraps we're throwing out. Before the bin trim program, it was all going into the same bins, so we weren't actually dividing them. I would say all businesses should be participating in this program because it does help our environment and it's a lot more healthy for us as well. Very simple, very easy as well.
For the retailers that we've got on site here, they've been very supportive of the bin trim assessment and the systems that we're putting in place. So by giving them stickers, giving them educational pieces, giving them induction packs, we've been able to make it as simple as possible, and as I said, we've had really good results so far. But we will continue to work with the tenants to make it as easy as possible to recycle.
The retailers are encouraged to separate all of their organic waste within their store, put into separate bins. Those separate bins are then fed into the organic machine, which pulverises any solid material, mixes it with water and turns it into a slurry or a pulp. That is then transported off-site and used for in-ground fertilisation and some farming areas. Currently, we're moving 25 tonnes per month of the pulp. Otherwise, that would just be going straight into the general waste. So the centre has 2 organic processing units installed in each of the 2 main docks.
Mermaid basically just implement that and just say, here's the things for you to do. And we learn a lot how to recycle. The bin trim program is getting a full process machine. They provide easy access for us to just tip it in. We don't feel it's painful. I reckon everyone should do it. Before the fruit becomes not so fresh, not so good looking, we're having a process is called second. Try to sell that as a second grade of fruit or veggie before it turns into wastage.
And I think where the EPA has been really good, and also the work with the Canada Bay City Council doing the bin trim program here at Rhodes Shopping Centre, is it adds another level of credibility. So you've got the landlord and other external stakeholders that are really highly trusted, all bringing the same message and all helping them to essentially enhance recycling and reduce landfill.